Trey Wilson here, along with Lansing Lugnuts outfielder Derrick Loveless. And Derrick, you were selected to the 2014 Midwest League All-Star team. How did you find out, first of all?
My scout actually texted me. So he's like, congratulations. Like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, never mind. And then I went on the website just because I was just messing around, and I saw they had the All-Star list up there, and I saw my name on it. I was like, oh, dang.
What was the first thing that went through your mind when you found out that you were going to be representing this team along with three of your teammates at the All-Star game at West Michigan?
I was nervous, but I was really excited just because I never thought that I was going to be in that position. But I guess there's just a lot of emotions that were kind of going through my head at one time. It's kind of a hard feeling to explain.
So let's backtrack a little ways. You're in high school, you're a senior, and you're looking at playing college baseball at your home state school, the University of Iowa. Toronto Blue Jays come along, they swipe you up in the draft. How hard of a decision was it trying to balance whether you were going to go play your Hawkeyes, your team, or start off your pro career with the Blue Jays organization?
It was definitely a tough decision because school was important to my family and I really wanted to get a good education, and the major that I was wanting to study, I was one of the top programs for that major. So,
what was the major?
Physical therapy. So I was gonna take some biology classes as soon as I got there and get right into it. But I looked at the long term. Iowa's a really cold state, and it's hard to play baseball there. And I may never get this opportunity again, so I really wanted just to take the opportunity while I had it. And if I don't make it, then I can come back and go to school.
You grew up an Iowa Hawkeyes fan, though, right? Now, they had a pretty good year this year in basketball. How on the edge are you in general watching Iowa sports?
Well, I mean, honestly, they're not very good at a lot of sports, except for wrestling, which is really impressive. And their football team's been pretty good the last couple of years. But, growing up, my dad was a Hawkeye, so I knew I wanted to be a Hawkeye, and I've always loved watching their sports. But sometimes when they have disappointing years back-to-back, it's like, dang, it's kind of hard to watch at times. But when they actually did well in basketball, I was really excited because I'd never seen them play this well since I was a little kid.
So when you were growing up in Solon, Iowa, how far away from the University of Iowa were you? Did you guys get to go catch a lot of games? Were you active in the atmosphere during football season?
Yeah, I'm only about 15 minutes away from the university, so and one of my buddies plays on the team. He's one of the kickers, so he got me tickets to the games whenever I asked him, and I'd always go watch him play. And it's just really exciting because the atmosphere is really crazy at Iowa. A lot of people probably don't really think that because it's the corn state or whatever. There's not much going on there, but the college and the university has a great atmosphere.
Now, Matt Dermody's on this team this year with Lansing, and he's an Iowa Hawkeye. He just finished up his career there. Have you two gotten together? And obviously, you two have probably interacted even before Lansing a little bit through being down in Florida. Now, how much have you guys talked Iowa sports, maybe watched some games on TV in the clubhouse, anything like that?
We only really watched one baseball game, and that was the Big Ten tournament for Iowa. But other than that, we don't really talk much Hawkeye stuff. We just kind of hang out and just talk about regular stuff in general, just getting to know each other a little bit better. I knew of him growing up. When I went to take my visit, I had met him, but I'd never really known him. So now I'm just starting to get to know him as the season goes on, and I'm really becoming a pretty good friend with him. So.
Now, do you have any other athletes in your family? You're quite the athlete yourself, apparently, in high school. We can talk some about that in a moment, too. But is there anybody else in your family that has some athletic history?
Besides my dad playing football at Iowa, my older brother plays basketball in college. I can't really remember which Dakota it was for, but my older sister plays sand volleyball for the USA Olympic team. So
quite the bloodline of athletics. Any favorite musical artists? Anybody that is in that driving factor for you that really just gets you going?
I'm a big fan of John Legend. I like hip hop and rap, but I'm pretty chill when it comes to music. I like something with a little bit of a slower pace that just keeps me at peace. Sometimes when you listen to rap and stuff like that, you get really pumped up and excited, and I'm not that kind of a guy all the time. I just like to keep calm. Artists like John Legend. My other favorites probably. I really don't know if I have many other favorites. I like Christian rap.
Your Walkout song last year in Bluefield, and you've used it some this year. What was that song called?
My Life Be Like by Grits.
Now, that's a song it really grooves. Everybody I remember in the bleachers in Bluefield last year every time that song came on, you could see heads bobbing. Everybody was always moving when that song came on. Everybody always knew it's time to get up and cheer for Derrick Loveless. What made you pick that song?
Well, it's a Christian rap song, and God is a really important factor in my life, and I want people to know that. And I just felt like if I had that song, I could get my mind right. I'm pretty blessed to play the game that I do, and sometimes I take it for granted. But I'm just out here trying to play for God. I'm not trying to impress anyone else or even myself. I'm just really focused on bringing glory to Him.
Well, thank you very much, Derrick. This has been Lugnuts outfielder and 2014 Midwest League All-Star Derrick Loveless, and I'm Trey Wilson. This is Lansing Lugnuts Baseball on Big Country 92.1.